Hello everyone, I'm Overhaul and today I'll be reviewing My Hero Academia chapter 225. Does anyone else think this image could quite possibly be in the future? Seriously. So yeah, anyway, today we get a little bit more of Toga versus Chitose Kizuki. I also think we get her real name, but we'll talk about that later. So yeah, we begin this chapter with the evil CEO, the Redastro guy, and with Giran. Redastro guy decided for him to be played by General Zod, and Giran is King Tao because he kinda gives me that feel. I don't know why, it just feels right. So yeah, we get that. And Giran basically begins with it saying like, you made two mistakes, you idiot. First mistake, no one wants to see a man like me be held captive. And second mistake, when they release the Nomus, this entire city will go down. Oh, by the way, we also see a bit of the city and we see some people who are part of the Liberation Army, which kind of makes my theory that the 10% that's not under the Liberation Army is just people like children and teenagers and those, but no, apparently there are some average people. And apparently the city there right now is like we're very not surrounded by everyone else, so yeah, it's kind of an isolated place. But yeah, Girans is like, no one wants to see me play the role of damsel in distress. Which makes sense, we all like to have Toga play that role of damsel in distress. Or Chitose Kizuki, which she might. Really depends what her coach is going to do with her. But yeah, and the whole normal things, which makes sense. I mean, that is the obvious thing. I mean, Giran, as far as we know, has no connection to them outside the fact he's the broker. So things like, oh yeah, by the way, Tomura, he's fighting Jigatomaka, this giant guy with the strength to level a mountain. So it makes sense why Giran would assume about the Nomus. And then Ridastro replies with, I have three reasons why I'm not worried. First one is, since the Camino incident, legal villains haven't been found with any Nomus. Second point, the high-end Nomu, which I believe he calls the high Pax Nomu, is the only Nomu that they have, is the only exception to this, my previous point. And the whole summoning white Nomus, those don't seem to be that much stronger than the average person. How? I think the translations that I've read even said that he's like on the same level as the average person. Which, now granted, this could be because the anime hasn't come into the Pro Hero arc, so maybe those white Nomus are legitimately white that high-end summoned, because the average Nomu is green. So it's possible that those white Nomus are white Nomus and not the Nomus we've seen up to this point with the green ones. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they can still defeat an average person. I mean, increased strength and I guess more times to hit them to take them down, something on those levels. Like, I'm pretty sure they are stronger than the average person, at least at the psychic level. So yeah. And then his third point is, considering the fact that W was obsessed with retrieving the Black Nomu, that would imply that you don't have an army of them. So the Black Nomus are the most powerful, and you don't seem to have an unlimited army with them. And plus, even though we don't know how high-end Nomus are made, or Nomus are made in general, that doesn't... It's most likely somewhere with All for One. So the Nomus are kinda out. And about the Nomus, in the League of Legends, it's like just a bunch of group of famous criminals, nothing else. Hell, it's amazing they got so popular considering how short they took them to. So yeah. Now, I feel like Redastro is kinda underestimating the League of Villains' power level. I mean, granted, the most powerful ones are Darby and Tomura because they have instant kill quirks. And Kompraska is lacking of a hand, and Spear does have a trouble fighting because he's a swordsman, and well, you can't use a sword to fight, you know. So yeah, so there are some problems, and he is justified in assuming that the army can take him. Plus, he's not aware that Gigantomaquia is like an hour and a couple of minutes away from coming there and rocking everyone. But yeah, he is not entirely wrong, but I feel like he is kind of underestimating League of Villains or overestimating the power of the army. But yeah, while we come into the whole army thing, it's revealed in this chapter that the Quarterly Version army has been training. Yeah, so they're not completely like, oh, this guy was 5 days ago, he was just a shop buying normal clothes. The people have been training. Granted, that training might just be enough for them to be able to break Spinner's swords, but yeah. Also, by the way, a guy that seems to have some kind of a whale quirk breaks Spinner's sword. So yeah, now Spinner comments that these guys are strong, which I assume it's because of the numbers there. Like, well, they can be taken down easily, but because there are so many of them, they are a bit more of a problem. So yeah. Now with that out of the way, let's get into the meat and grind of this chapter, and that's Toga versus Chitose Kizuki. I really should start remembering her name. So yeah, we get into Chitose Kizuki's character a bit, and a bit of her role and quirk. So yeah, Chitose wants to interview Toga. And when I say interview, I mean get as many informations to completely strip her down of all information. Literally, that's literally what I read in my translations. That to get so much information that she's completely stripped down. If this means that she literally means to strip Toga down is a question that I'm very curious about. And because, you know, how Toga's quirk works, I mean, honest to God, I feel like in any arc that Toga is going to be a big player, I feel like she should be stripped down when he's naked, considering how her quirk works. Plus, considering the fact we see another figure right next to her that seems to be a more of a female look. Kind of resembling like the female villain in the series Nefarious, if you remember that. I think there are a couple of songs with her, but yeah, kind of resembling her, because how much they seem to be cuddling, well, at least the female does to her. But yeah, she wants the interview with Toga. Now we find out that her name, or I guess her villain name or her code name or whatever, is Curious, because she wants the interview, so that's why they rank her by this name. And we also find out the name of her quirk, which is Landmine. They're basically like, I touch the ground, it blows up if anyone goes on it, but the damage will not be big, but the numbers are big. Yeah, it's basically how you would expect from a landmine, only I guess it's a little bit less dangerous. So yeah. now, while she's talking about the interview and kind of trying to convince her to just start giving information and forcing her, in what way she would be using to force the information off her is another concern. Again, the whole stripped down comment, and plus she does seem to kind of be into girls considering that woman right next to her, but that's besides the point. So yeah, Toga kills one of her bodyguards, I guess, and disappears. And she's like, amazing! How quickly she went away, and hide. So yeah, then Toga comes and tries to, stab her. But she gets deflected by her female bodyguard and some of the other guys there, and she gets thrown into a noodle shop or something like that, and that also blows up. Oh, by the way, Chitose gives a little warning to Toga. Oh, not there! Because there's a mine there. I would wonder why she was able to guess that she would fall there, but I guess any member of the League of Legends would eventually end up there. Maybe it's a friendly fire because these people of the Quick Liberation are pretty dedicated to their cause. Like to a point they would actually die for it. So yeah. And now she also says something to Toga, if you want to live longer, I guess I would say that I would advise you to start cooperating with me. So yeah, I don't really know if she means that she wants to keep her alive if she cooperates with her. I mean, again, I get this idea from her that she's like a dominatrix, and considering some things, because she's a that's kind of giving me that dominatrix vibes. I would assume she would have Toga as a pet or something, but I don't know exactly. Oh, by the way, the entire of this chapter had Toga as a vampire, apparently. I wonder that's Toga's villain name. But yeah. Then a bunch of other random citizens jump at Toga, and she uses her equipment, her weapon to pinpoint everyone through their bodies, and she starts slurping. In this chapter, we also find out that mask of hers that she wears apparently also to slip blood faster. I don't know if that was ever stated, but it is stated now. So yeah. Yeah, she slips, but it turns out the Quick Liberation Army was prepared for that. And it turns out that one of the members had the mind quirk activated, and when she started slipping Toga, it blown up and she was like, duh! So yeah. And now we get to a little bit of the backstory for them all. And I am excited to say the least. So apparently we find out in this chapter that Toga was born on August 7th. I don't know what the reference there was that mentioned specifically. Maybe it's to show that Chitose did investigate Toga in depthly by knowing her birth date and to even say how much she was, because she is obsessed with finding out what the fuck is up with Toga, why did she feel just her normal life. And we also get her age, and that is that she's 17. Now, I was under the idea that she was the same age as some of the Class 1A girls, because she does look to be around the same age as Jiro and Ochako, and also Mina and Momo give me an older woman idea. Hell, I even think Mina and Momo do look older than Toga. But no, she's 17, so she is older. Also, Jiro has a birthday on August 1st, and Toga has a birthday on August 7th. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but just a neat little thing. They're pretty close to birthdays if you really think about it. Maybe if Toga ever becomes friends with them and they ever, can have a normal life together or something like that, which most likely not, they might be celebrating. Or maybe the close thing with the birthdays might be kind of a hint to possibly Jiro knowing Toga. But yeah, anyways. back to the important stuff. Apparently, we find out that the Himiko Toga is officially, I don't believe it was ever 100% confirmed. Well, maybe when they did their name callings, that went by the names, but some people thought that maybe she did the same thing as Twice. Well, no, as Twice, as Tomura did, where she changed her legal name. But no, this time we find out that officially no possible changes in the name, because before it was ambiguous where she went by the aging. She's 100% Himiko Toga. No possible change of names, completely Toga. So yeah, we also find out she's the eldest daughter, which maybe she has little sisters that might come into the backstory or something later, but yeah. We find out that they were interviewed, that she was interviewed and her family, and her classmates. No, I always thought that would make sense why they would do that, because, well, these guys are some of the most wanted people in the world. How? If we take what everyone is talking about them, they seem to be the most wanted. So they would investigate their family connections on that. I mean, with people like Twice, Tomura, and Kompraska, who are older people, and Tomura doesn't have anyone to investigate for, and yet all these guys probably don't have families because they don't have families. For Dobby, we don't even know if they know who Dobby is. How? Consider the fact that his full name wasn't even mentioned when they were going by the names in the Hideout radar, and possibly someone be in this arc, possibly someone be like, "Who are you?" or something like that to Dobby. It's no investigation. So yeah. What's better, it's possible that they don't even know where to find his family name, maybe he killed them or something, we don't know. But Toga, her family was investigated, and her classmates, because it does also make sense, because we also find out that she left after she graduated, what was it middle school, I believe? Was it high school? She graduated one of those schools, I think it was high school. So yeah. And she says that everyone said the same thing, and that was, why did she throw away her normal life? And we see a couple of panels, in which we see a girl with a completely black face and with a, like that smile like this, and two white eyes. Well, we assume they're all white. They could be other colors, but it just if someone was wearing a mask, it's most likely Toga, because it's the focus we get on her. And we also see someone that looks like Deku, and he kind of seems to defend, so like punching. Again, we don't know what's going on there. And we also see that mask that they seem to give Toga, which is most likely in her mind mask. It's not like an actual mask. Or maybe it is because of the whole quirk thing. So like, we don't know what in My Academia, when it comes to quirks like blood, like Toga's quirk, or quirks like those in case. Because I would imagine that desire was always there when it comes to these blood type quirk users. So yeah. And we see that mask being a little chipped away, and then we cut back into the present. Oh, by the way, for Chitose, apparently she originally was just a reporter or someone that worked under Hidashio. I don't know if this means that she was when she was a part of the Liberation Army, or that's how she began, because she does seem to have a extremely low rank, the way Hidashio talks to her, and the fact that his hair kind of also says other things. So he says, people aren't interested in just information, facts. People are more interested in interviews. So something we can use to spend the story. and all that. So go make some interviews. Now I wonder if this is going to be a reveal that Dasha was actually very shitty to her and maybe everyone in the field of reporting and that kind of part of her is not nothing or something, because I would imagine we get more into her backstory because she does seem to be a bit unhinged and obsessed with that report and the information about Toga. And then Toga's like, ah, so you wanna know my true self, huh? You wanna know why I throw my normal life away, huh? And basically just like playing with her face covered in blood, and then the Chitose is like, or curiosity or curious, being like, oh, so we are finally getting the interview. And we get a panel in which Toga, we can assume it's Toga by the mouth and the smile and her long hair, just like standing there laughing. I think we see a bit of the drops of blood on her, and then we cut to a panel with her arms having some kind of a knife or a piece of glass, and they're right next to her skirt or hips or whatever. And then we end the chapter with another and more sinister face with Toga and blood. And we are basically getting ready. So yeah, what could happen next? Now I know this is going to happen in the next chapter, but I feel like oh, by the way, Toga says, you know what, your plans, your goals, all those are things I agree with and I like. So, for that, I love you all for it. So yeah. So what could happen? Well, I think what could happen is this. Toga fights Chitose. She either gets the drop on her and hides and kills her, or maybe she knocks her out or compresses her later and she is kept prisoner after the information or whatever. And with the drops of blood from either having her killed or having her knocked out but taking some blood, because remember, only thing you need to get someone's blood is to like hit them hard enough against the head or something like that, or just, someone extremely punching her into the gut and she would start bleeding from her mouth. So yeah, there are multiple ways for Toga to get her blood. She will get Chitose's blood and she will, transform into her, and it's possible she will strip her as well, because the whole thing with Toga is the fact that her clothes overload her current wearing clothes. So for example, if Toga just copies her appearance with the clothes on, she will, when she reveals that she's not really Chitose, she will end up completely naked. We've seen that multiple times. So yeah, it's possible that she will get a drop on her, somehow hide and get the blood and all that. She'll take her clothes off, she'll put them on her, because, well, I think she would kind of want to fight, not nude, so she would kind of just wear them, and she can't wear her normal clothes, because that would kind of be a big, why the fuck are you wearing her clothing? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be not something they can easily convince her. Plus, she would already be acting a bit suspicious because she doesn't know her that much. I mean, I guess she could get the general idea, but she doesn't know how she's reacting to people outside of her. In fact, it's kind of seems to be said that it's exception to her, like they know how she acts when in interviews. So yeah, she'll get her clothes on, she put them on her, but also for censorship reasons. She put them on her, and then she would use the blood to infiltrate and help Giran. If they would use that as a reason, if they are going to use that to get their faster, is very on consideration. But yeah, That's what I think could happen. Because I doubt they're gonna kill Toga, I doubt they aren't going to use her, and considering how interested Chitose is, I wouldn't even be surprised if she ends up, if she doesn't, if she ends up as her dog or something. So yeah. I do hope Chitose just gets knocked out and she becomes one of maybe she becomes like Toga's personal pets. Because although Toga wants to get blood so much that she becomes them, she only has a limited supply of it. Right? She can, for example, if she kills Stain once and twice and gets the blood and she becomes him, we don't know for how long she wants to be the person she loves, but still, if she like kills him once and then just blood, and then after a while the blood will either, you know, I'm going to assume that the blood still needs to actually work, because at that point I'm asking why hasn't she ever just formed into any other victims that were using the blood, but again that could be because of that whole time thing. So she cannot constantly have it. I guess you can presume the blood bottles, but still. So maybe she would use that. Plus, I would imagine that they would kind of want them to be alive because of their company things. Hell, I can even imagine Chitose being the one they're going to spare. I mean, this might be just because I'm a pervert and Chitose does have a rocking body, but I feel like that would be good. Plus, out of all the Quick Liberation Army to join the League of Villains or become their, subordinates, Chitose does so far seems to be the most likely one, and how I would imagine that she would be the one they would need the most, because, well, we don't know exactly how the other businesses do, but the Redastro is definitely gonna die. I think that other guy that was with Chitose, where he's at, he most I think has the satellite, which I believe is like the only thing that can really benefit from him, which we could have Ujiko hacked into it and using it, or someone like that. And for the long hair guy, I have no idea what he could do, but yeah. So I feel like if I have my way, I would say Toga knocks Chitose out, she strips her, she ties her up, she gives her to the compressor and hides her somewhere. Toga puts her clothes on, uses a little blood she got from her, like maybe a full cup of blood, because I believe she still has her those suction cups she uses. She would use it to drink the blood and become her. She would she'll get into the tower, to free Giran. Maybe Redastro finds out about it somehow, because I would imagine he's like one of those villains. And then craziness in his shoes. So yeah. This chapter is pretty good, and I cannot wait for the next one. And I'm wondering how this whole thing is gonna go. And I do hope we're getting in the next chapter a lot more about Toga's backstory, like a little bit more flash out. So yeah. This is all what I have to say about this chapter. I hope you liked this video. I hope you're gonna leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future. But that's it. I cannot wait to see all of you people next time. Bye.